What's up, YouTube fans? Today I'm going to be interviewing T-Man. T-Man, what's up?
Hey, nothing.
So he is a YouTube reviewer. He's got a channel, TMan978 Chill Reviews. He also has a podcast called Figure Action. Is that it? Figure
Yep.
Action, right? Which I did happen to watch. It was pretty cool.
Thank you.
Anything else you got going?
Well, I'm on everything. If you like I keep saying on the podcast, if you put TMan978 into Google, you'll see Twitter, Instagram, the Facebook like page, all that stuff. My WordPress, I'm all over.
Yeah, so I hit
So,
you up and I wanted to just have a little discussion here. One thing I wanted to start off with is people have been confusing our names for some reason that we don't look anything alike. Channels are totally different, but
well,
we
in the
have,
pictures with the beards, you looked a little bit like.
yeah, that's true. I cut the beard off a while back, but yeah, so totally different channels. You kind of review all sorts of action figures, right?
Yeah, well, the first thing ever on my channel was a doll because I was just filming something for my daughter. But it started with Transformers and branched off to Marvel Legends, and then it just got out of control. I
Yep.
have everything over here.
So I pretty much stick to Transformers, but I know you review like lots of different stuff. Are you also part of ACBA?
No.
No, just a fan of it.
Yeah.
And then,
I follow a lot of them on Instagram.
so for those that are watching, I'll give you guys a chance to ask questions if you want to at the end. I have some things I want to talk to T-Man about, and then at the end we'll kind of pick off your questions. So where are you from?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay, so you're kind of near the other guys I interviewed actually earlier,
Yeah.
um, Bobby and a few others.
Super close.
Did you grow up there, or did you grow up somewhere else?
I grew up in Baltimore.
Okay, so born and raised.
Yeah.
You don't have to, I don't hear that Maryland accent.
That's because I actually paid attention in school and I learned how to enunciate my words. But eh, depending on the situation or who I'm talking to, you might hear some type of some of the Baltimore in there, like the way I say words with "you" in it. Like we use a hard "you." Like like when I use voice to text with Google, it like mocks me. Like if I say "to," it'll put "TOYOU." Like I said "to."
So how'd you get started in reviewing? What got you going?
Well, just finally, I think just getting a smartphone. Since you can do everything on a smartphone, I was like, you know what? I have this camera. It connects directly to the internet and whatnot, and I could do everything. I found out later on that I could even edit videos straight from my phone and whatnot. So, well, watching other people, sometimes I was thinking like, you know what? They missed this, they missed that, or they didn't talk about this. If I did it, I would have talked about this, or I would have talked about it. And I was like, instead of me complaining about it, I might as well just do it myself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I had kind of the same thing.
Mhm.
Um, so what's your name? Where's the name come from? T-Man. And then chill
Um,
reviews.
Honestly, I think when I signed up for MSN, it was like giving suggestions for names. Oh no, not MSN. When I signed up for like eBay, it gave me suggestions, and I was like, oh, I like T Man. But then I just added the different number. First, it was just TMan978, and then I decided to go 1978 for my birth year. But then I was like, that's too long. I mean, I don't like to say 1978, so I like the ring of 978 better.
So what about chill reviews? Is that something you kind of added on later? Like what are
That
you going for?
I don't know if you're familiar with Matt Booker. He's like he's like popular all over like TFW and other web forums. Like he used to do reviews too. He would get review samples for third party figures. Like I know one of his main reviews I can remember is Citizen Stack when that first came out. But I was talking to him and he was like, you should come up with a name for your channel like based on like your delivery or whatever. So I started thinking about that and chill because I was super duper relaxed. My first videos, they're too chill to be honest. I can't even watch them.
No, they're
Uh,
definitely chill. No, I mean I watch them for sure. Um, so Matt Booker, is that, does he have a different YouTube name or?
he's not on YouTube, at least not yet.
Oh, so how
He's
did you?
mostly did like written reviews, and he had
Oh,
a,
okay,
a vlog and whatnot.
like Sixco.
Yeah.
That's cool. So how about podcasting? I know you have your podcast. So how'd you get into that or figure it out?
That my friend Extra Zero, like he's been talking to me. He was like, we talk to each other every day about toys and whatnot. Like, why don't we just start a podcast and whatnot? And I was like, well, if if you, I'm like, I'm busy with work and doing my reviews or whatever. I'm like, if you set something up, I'll be a part of it. Like before that, he wound up going. He was with the Realm for a second. Then he left them, and we just that's when we jumped into our own podcast with some of our other friends.
So that's not like a Realm of Collector. That's like your own thing, basically.
Yeah.
So how long you been doing that? How long you been doing the podcast?
I think it was since last summer. It was either it might have been like the end of the summer or the beginning of like around Septemberish.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into something like that. I just got to get a group. Like right now, I just got one dude that would probably join me. He's Paid for Life, but I don't really have
Uh,
a group big enough yet to start something. So your toy
that,
hunts, that's something, I don't know when you started that, but that's something I find really exciting, interesting on the channel. How'd you get into toy hunts and like, what do you do when you're at the store and do people stop tell you like what are you doing? Why are you filming?
that I keep hearing stories now that like once I joined the syndicate and everybody else started, those people were some of them were already hunters. The founding members were already toy hunters. What and then people in our Facebook group started up being toy hunters. And like I hear stories all the time about them getting yelled at or not to film in there. Like since I film with my phone, nobody pays me any attention. But
Oh, you're
what
filming with your phone?
yeah.
Okay.
So I think I've seen it happening on YouTube. One of the main people I definitely know I was watching before I started doing it was Glenn Webb. I don't know if you're familiar with him because
Yeah, yeah, he passed away, right?
yeah, well, that was horrible. But
Y-
I
Your buddy
really
Matt,
loved his. Hmm?
your buddy Matt McCardle says you're on episode 40, whatever number of weeks that is.
Oh, for the podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
It's we do it every week, but we may have skipped like two or three so far. But seeing Glenn do that, and I don't know, like I said, my first video was me just in the store filming for my daughter. But then I started thinking like, this is something easy I'll just do when I'm bored. Like since I'm in the store anyway, why not show people what's actually in the store? So you know what? To make me really think about it, why I really started it was I was part of a sightings. Or I'm still in part of a sightings thread on TFW 2005, and I was thinking, let me just film what's in here instead of typing all that crap out. Like I can film it and then send them the link, and they can see what's in the store. So my first few toy hunts are like rough, where I just film. I don't say bye or anything. It just abruptly ends. But after a while, like around 2016ish, I realized like when I put up a review, I might get so and so amount of views. But when I put up the toy hunts, I get way more views, like guaranteed every time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start trying to do this more often, like maybe do once a week. Once I started doing them once a week, I started getting more and more subscribers, like more and more. And then like half of the people that, or the majority of the people subscribe to me now are for the toy hunts and not even the reviews. Which
How often do you do it?
um whenever I can. I try to do it like once a week. But sometimes if I actually go out more than once, I'll I'll do it twice a week. Or I'll save that footage in between the week and just upload it once a week.
You have a day job, I assume, right? Just like all of
Yes.
us. Yeah. You have a wife and kids or anything, or
I have kids.
you do?
Yes.
So you know the hustle. Got to
Yes.
make videos after they go to bed.
Oh, my kids are, they're grown.
Oh, they're older.
Current,
Okay.
yeah, right now they're not living with me, but if they were, um, they're still big. The youngest is 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a little one, so I can't do anything until she goes down to sleep at 9 o'clock. But yeah, so I definitely I love the toy hunts. That's like one of the fun videos that you do. That I
Thank
kind
you.
of you did one with the turtles. I couldn't believe that you found the turtles in Target. That's just unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
You
that
know,
was fun. I found them like more than once too.
that's which is crazy because most people they can't find anything. They they go to the store, it's gone. A little
Yeah,
shout out to Ultra Jazz, one of my regulars. He's on. Uh, he's asking what's above your right shoulder, top right shoulder behind you. Yeah,
this Victorion, Victorion,
Diner
and
Works.
yeah, and Defensor, and a bunch of random boxes like Hydra's box, some SH figure arts,
What do you collect? What do you collect? Altogether lines.
everything, whatever I see that I like, but mostly Transformers, which is mainline, Masterpiece, third party, the Legends third party now, um, Marvel Legends, SH Figure Arts. SH Figure Arts, they make so many different properties. I have some Street Fighter SH Figure Arts, Dragon Ball, Marvel, Bruce Lee, which is random, the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um,
Star Wars? Did you say Star Wars?
I do have some. I do collect Black Series too. I don't have any SH Figure Arts, Star Wars stuff, not yet anyway. But
Yeah. I almost bought those turtles, and I was like, I can't start a new thing. I gotta stick to
well,
Transformers. That's it.
well, all you would need if you got the Target set, that's all you need right there.
That's pretty much all I want, actually. But I just can't find it for a reasonable price. It's like 300 right now,
All the
aftermarket.
oh man, I don't know if they're coming back now because a lot of people are saying that they don't even see NECA in their store anymore.
I have never seen it in my Target. I've never seen a NECA figure.
Ever?
No, I mean, there's like NECA, like alien stuff, but they don't
Oh
have
yeah,
any.
yeah.
There's no turtles at all. Nothing
It's
turtles.
it seemed like they put out a whole bunch of them, but everybody is on it. So if they can't be gone because NECA is selling so well in Target that that has to be a good partnership for them.
Yeah, they just don't restock. I don't understand it. So you're a kid of the '90s. So what's your favorite '90s jam? What kind of music you into?
Ugh. Sort of the 80s
'80s,
because
'90s. Yeah, but
yeah,
nobody says their favorite music is from the '80s.
oh, Michael Jackson from the
Oh, Michael Jackson.
80s.
Yeah.
But it was R&B mostly, R&B and hip hop.
Yeah. What song? If you had to pick
Sheesh.
one.
Let's say anything by Drew Hill,
Okay.
which coincidentally they're local too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Hmm.
So if you're a collector, obviously, what's your grail piece? What's the thing that you've been trying to get?
I have a lot of stuff. Current grill right now is the Perfect Effect Mega Dragon. That have you heard of him?
Yeah, yeah. That's a big piece, right?
Yeah, I think it's about the same size as this Megatron. But I wound up like every time I see it for a good price, I don't have the money for it at the moment because I have to save the money for something like that. So other than that, I don't have any like really old grills. Because G1, when I got
I mean, it
when
doesn't
I
have to
was
be Transformers. It could be anything.
yeah, I can't think of
Yeah,
nothing. Because I have too much already.
I can see that in your back corner there. It's kind of piled up.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's you got to the point where if you want it, you can figure out how to get it, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna save up or you get rid of some stuff and figure out how to get the. So it's not really a grail, but for me,
like
it's like Ultimetal stuff like that. Bigger statue or like action figures. Those are the ones
now
that like. I
behind you, I see I still need grapple.
oh yeah,
Don't have grapple. Um, I think that's all I see right now behind you. Anyway. Oh, I don't have well, I have Allen, third party Allen it's for Springer.
yeah. What's weird? My channel is called TM Reviews, which is Transformers Masterpiece Reviews, and I'm
Mm.
not buying MP44, which was just the next masterpiece.
I
Because
have that on pre-order, and I'm hoping I have the money when that comes out.
what happened was I got this guy. Here, I'll show you. And Sean Love customized it, and it's just freaking beautiful.
Yeah,
So I have no need to replace it anymore.
yeah, that one and the Transform Element are really, really good.
Yeah, I have that one too. Where is that? Oh, he's up here. And he customized this one too. Look, he fixed the face. The face was always like messed up, but
Are you going to
he
get
put
that
like
replacement head?
I don't know how to get it. I think you have to buy the other figure.
I think they said
Right?
you have to go through whatever company you bought it from, and they'll send you the head.
Yeah, see, I bought it on eBay, so that it's
Uh,
not. It's likely not going to happen.
but there are a lot of people that bought both of them, and they're still going to get MP44.
I also got both, and I'm keeping both, but I don't. I just lost my fervor for MP44. Honestly, like
Mhm.
these two fill the void for me. I'm still getting it for review, but I'm not. I'm not buying it. I got to compare it. I got to see what it's like.
Yeah, and they're going to
I want
expect that from me as well, even though I don't
to.
own those two.
Are you buying? You're buying 44, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to see like for $450. What am I getting or whatever it is, $430.
yeah. I went with Amazon Japan, so it's only 300. Well,
Yeah,
I say only.
320. Yeah, something like that. So you're obviously you do reviews. People don't really. What's something you want people to know about you personally that you don't think they know, or about your channel, or about reviewing?
I was about to say that they don't know. I don't want them to know. But I don't know. Well,
Do
one
you
thing,
do you
like,
get a question often that you wish you could just have them know the answer to that instead of telling yourself
yes,
over and over?
I'm trying to find out where I put it. Um, see, I moved it. I have this stand that I use in all of my recent videos. Where here it is, Bandai Tamashii J-Jack 4. These stands I use for all of my little figures and the retail Transformers. If I forget to say the name of this stand in the video, somebody always asks, "What's that stand you use? What's that stand you use?" All right. And I'm like, oh boy. I said, like, if not in every video, every other video, like, don't drive me crazy.
I'm actually looking for stands, but I need them for like really heavy
Heavy.
transform, like Cyclonus or some like Jetfire. Like I don't have anything to hold them up in flight mode. They're just way too heavy.
Seems crazy that they didn't put it in with them.
Are you going to TFCon? TFCon Toronto or TFCon Baltimore? Or no, what is it?
If
Is it
it's
DC?
it's DC, they call it DC, but it's in Virginia. But I think if I don't go, I'm gonna be kidnapped. My friends want me to go there, so I'm like, even if I don't have the money to buy anything when that happens, because all the conventions happen at a horrible time, like close to back to school time and whatnot.
Wait, which one? Toronto or DC?
The DC
Okay. You're
and
definitely going to DC, but Toronto, you're not going.
oh no, like
That's a haul for you.
yes, but like that and Baltimore Comic Con, like they both happen around back to school time. I'm like, all the money's gone for school supplies that your kids probably still have from last year, but they want to claim that they don't have it.
Yeah, this is my first year going to Toronto. I'm going to try to go to DC too because this is the first time I've had a chance to go to both. I don't think we've had both, right?
No, this year I think it's like 3 because of the one in that was in California.
The Plastic Addict wants to know what stand you use in your reviews. I think he's kidding.
I'm not telling them. I know him. Thank you for showing up.
So what's next for you? What's your next big thing? What do you want to do with your channel or with whatever?
I'd like to get on a schedule. Every time I try to get on a schedule, fall off of it.
They say that's the number one thing that makes your channel grow is having a regular schedule for video release, and I've never done it. I can't do it.
Yeah, that does help. Like I had, besides doing a toy hunts more often, I tried to have a video every day. And like with monetization, if you do a video
every day.
I attempt to, but
That's impressive, man. That's hard to do.
I constantly fall off, or maybe I'll have it, but I'll end up getting impatient and releasing 2 videos in the same day. Then later on in the week, I'll have to skip a day. But what I was saying is, what I noticed when I was doing that, my monetization was like rising. But then if you take like 1 day off or 2 days off, the numbers like plummet instantly. They claim that they don't do that, but they do that. They like punish you for not uploading every day.
Yep. Or at some regular periodic basis.
Yeah.
I tried starting another channel, so I totally kind of abandoned this for a couple of weeks because we got the Chinese New Year drought and I haven't gotten anything. Actually, I got this stupid thing. This not stupid, but it's not a new transformer. It's the kit from Omar to combine the UT Unique Toys limbs with the Zeta toys, and he's got some new parts. So I've been messing with that, but like I don't have any new figures. So
what was the other channel gonna be?
Oh, it's for cars. So I do modifications on cars, like intake and exhaust and body parts, stuff like that. But that's really hard to do, honestly, because you need to shoot during the day.
Yeah.
You need daylight, and I only shoot at night after my daughter goes to sleep. So I shot one video at night, and it came out horrible. I didn't post it because it just wasn't the quality I wanted. It didn't meet my own standard.
Yeah, that was a good idea to put it on another channel because some people will be like, "What the heck is this?"
Oh yeah, I didn't put it here. Yeah, I thought about putting it here. I'm like, they don't want to see this. Yeah, but it's tough when like you've got a wide range of stuff to look at. Mine is really focused. It's third party and Takara, and that's really it. And if they're not making anything, I'm kind of SOL.
Yeah. Plus, I have a humongous. Well, this is something for your earlier question that people don't know about me. I have like
There you
a
go.
humongous amount of other toys that I had before I started the channel. So if I stopped buying things, I could probably keep doing a review at least like 5 days a week for like a long period of time. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't even shown on this channel.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like all of my, well, some of it I've shown, but I haven't reviewed it. Like my Transformers Cybertron and Energon and animated Beast Wars. I have a whole bunch of the 25th anniversary GI Joes and
Oh, that'd be
beyond.
cool. You should review that stuff, man.
Yeah, I should. Every time I do GI Joe, even if I don't get a lot of views, I get a lot of interaction in the comments with people loving the GI Joe stuff. But uh, when I think about it, I never have the motivation to do it because they're like packed away, and I'm like, I don't feel like digging that out.
How many figures are you talking here? Hundreds, thousands?
Less than thousands, but at least hundreds.
All right. Well, you can survive a drought then.
And you know what? One of the things that makes it tough to like, yesterday I woke up in the middle of the night and I filmed 3 reviews back to back because they were like simple things. There was this Overwatch figure, this New Age Go Bug, and
That
the
thing is
mod.
tiny. Wow.
Yes, and this Majin Buu figure from Dragon Ball Z. Like they're all simple, but if I do something like a masterpiece figure, like this will take like 3 hours. I feel like from start to finish.
Oh, I know.
So I hate it.
You getting
And
Fans Toys stuff? The Fans Toys Road King or any of the other stuff that's coming up?
um, the Motor Master, I'm getting. One of my friends is gonna let me hold it so I can review it, but I've already started collecting the X Transbots. So yeah, if
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
getting.
rich, I would probably get both. But yeah, I'm
I
not
am getting both, but there's no way I'm keeping both because I can't. I definitely need to get.
rich.
One is going away. That's what I said about these Optimists, and then I kept both. I said I
Yeah,
was going to sell them, and then I never did. But
if you have
Motomaster, I'm only keeping one.
if you had a good reason, you probably get rid of it later.
Yeah, I pretty much. I mean, my collection is thinned. Like, I only have one of each character. I don't keep anything. So the Optimus is the only thing I've got more than one, and I can't get rid of MP10. That's how I even got into this whole thing in the first place.
Yeah, I have the 20th anniversary Optimus, which is MPO1.
Oh yeah, yeah. MPO1 is actually that was how I got into the because I
Yeah,
saw it in
that
Walmart. I bought it in Walmart, and then I was like, "Oh, this is a one-off thing." But then they started making them.
I think back when I don't know, I wasn't married yet, but I went to the store with no money and I walked into Target not expecting to see anything. Then I turned, saw it on the shelf, and like before I even realized I was moving, it was in my hands, and I was like, I cannot leave this store without this toy. But
It was when I saw it for the first time because nothing had come out for years, right? There was no G1 Transformers for what
yeah,
10, 15 years, and then all of a sudden MPO1 hits. They didn't even call it MPO1; they called it
20th
Anniversary.
anniversary.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I had to buy it. I bought it for sure. I sold it since then because I then I got MP1, MP10, and now I'm getting rid of MP10. Actually, I can't get rid of MP10, but I bought Magic Square. So, what do you see next for Transformers? What do you think? Where do you think they're headed? Like the
Right
whole.
now, they're redoing everything. It's like I see them right now with Siege. They're trying to finish off. They're reintroducing some of the Generation One characters that are the most popular, probably to keep their trademarks and whatnot, and they know they're going to sell. But they're also finishing off things that we didn't get like all of the female Autobots and the Duocons and the robots that are supposed to go with Fortress Maximus and Metroplex. But I'm thinking at the I don't know, either they're gonna wind up re-giving us all the characters that we bought already during Generations, or they're gonna start off with some Armada and Energon characters with new molds.
Yeah, I think that's where they're headed. It's like Cybertron, Armada, you know, the other lines. They basically, our time is over. We're like the
Yeah,
old crew.
and they're also dabbling in Beast Wars a
Yeah,
lot
Beast
too,
Wars. Yeah,
because I see that Cheetor. First they brought back Optimus Primal, but now I see that Cheetor is back on that new Cyberverse cartoon.
yeah. I think our time is pretty much coming to a close, or it's near the end.
Hmm.
So we got 20 people online, listening,
Hi,
watching.
20 people.
So if you guys have any questions for T-Man, now's the time to throw them in. Actually, I got a couple already here. So, what are your approximate percentages of stuff you flip, sell versus what you keep? How much do you keep versus sell?
Uh, Recently, I've been
You said
keeping.
flip. I never flip anything because I always lose money.
Yeah, that's true for me as well. Um, I barely sell anything, to be honest. Like, I can't think of anything in the past few months that I've sold, but it might be coming up to that time soon because I'm starting to get too much stuff.
Yeah, as evidenced by that corner behind you there.
Yeah, usually the Transformers I try to keep, but stuff like this, if I get bored with him, it'll be easy for me to just throw him in a box and put a price on it. Like I didn't pay the $80 that it cost because Barnes and Noble luckily has discounts all the time.
I think what's an easy sell is if you buy something and then a better version of it comes out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, that's easy. You know, you buy turtles and then like the nicer turtles come out. Okay, I don't need the older turtles anymore.
Hmm. Well, that'll probably be first because I bought the NECA sets mostly for the villains. I didn't really care too much about the turtles, but when I opened them, they turned out to be good. But they're still not as good as the SH Figure Arts ones I already have.
Are you into that Nintendo line? Like the Super
World of
Mario?
Nintendo. Oh yeah, that's another one I didn't. I was collecting them heavy when they first came out, but everyone I got typically disappointed me in some type of way.
Like what way?
Like they'll have like a key piece of articulation that it doesn't have. Like, and I'm like, why the heck did they do that? Like,
So not quality. It was good quality. It was just articulation.
yeah, in some cases, like in the especially the earlier releases, the paint will be sloppy, but it's usually the articulation. Like one of the Koopalings, his head doesn't rotate. I can understand them not making it go up and down, but it doesn't rotate at all or do anything. They connected it together with a square peg, and I'm like, why would you do that?
I was super tempted to get into that line, but I'm pretty disciplined with just sticking to Transformers.
Yeah,
Question is for you. So, do you keep the boxes for toys, or you throw them away?
I keep them for a good while, but Marvel Legends and regular retail Transformers, I keep them for a while, but then after I look at them, I'll just stomp on them and throw them away. Now, anything that costs $50 or more, I'll keep, but the regular retail stuff like Marvel Legends and, and definitely Transformers. I have all my Studio Series boxes because of the backdrop situation, but I'm like, I'm never gonna use
So,
those. I
what?
might
Why do you keep the boxes? I'm just. This came up on Bobby Skullface's channel. Why do you keep boxes?
because I like them, and I'm thinking, what if I need to like move them and put them back in their boxes, or what if I wanna
For storage.
yeah, sell them or whatever?
Yeah.
I'll need the box, but then I'm like, okay, I had this toy for 2 years. I'm not selling it. Let me throw this box away. Well, the stuff that's in the clamshell or the bubble, I just throw them away now. I used to keep those too. I used to keep the card, and I would take the bubble off, keep the card, store it away. But now I just do the review and throw it right in the trash, so it's not laying around.
Oh yeah, if I get something on the card, I throw the card away. But if it's like a plastic clamshell or like any the fans toys boxes, I'll keep all that because
Hmm.
it's a good quality. And for me, it's storage. If I ever decide to move, I
Hmm.
want to put everything back in the boxes because I don't want to have to deal with wrapping them all. I just want to throw them in the box, move it, and take it back out.
Fans toys and masterpiece. I think it's mandatory that you keep it, especially with
Well,
them.
I don't know if you saw that video Bobby put out, but he's saying just get rid of it all. You don't unless you're planning to sell it. Like if you think one day you're gonna sell it. Like I'm never selling this Magic Square Optimus. That's never going anywhere.
Hmm.
But I kept the box. I don't know why I'm keeping the box. Yeah,
It's
someone
certain.
said I like the artwork. I like the artwork on some of the boxes.
Yeah, I definitely I love Quietus.
Yeah.
His like I guess I talked about that so good. The artist who drew that, he contacted me personally.
That's funny. He contacted me too. I
Hmm.
Hennis or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he because I specifically mentioned I like the artwork, and then he commented, "Yeah, it was my artwork from Deviant Art." He's a
Yeah.
really good artist, actually.
Yes.
He has some other work that has never been published anywhere. But another question for you. You collect Funko Pop, I guess. What's your favorite Funko Pop?
That's somebody joking in the comments.
Oh, is it okay?
Yes.
I, I didn't know if you collected that or not.
No, it's been an ongoing joke on my channel that I'm like Funko Pops. And sometimes I'll just breeze right through the Funko section and people be like, oh, like I went to see the Pops. Like, no. I mean, I collected the Voltron one first, and that turned me completely off. Like, I was like, it didn't have any articulation. I thought the neck would rotate or something, but not only did the neck not move, the arms didn't move, but the paint was sloppy. And I was like, these things are $10. They don't deserve to be $10.
Yeah, every time I go to Target looking for turtles or something, all I find is freaking Funko Pop. I hate Funko.
Yes.
I mean, I don't. It's fine. It's just it's in the way. There's just a ton of it.
Yeah, I mentioned recently, I was like, because I was in the Hot Wheels section, I did a live toy hunt, and somebody wanted me to look through the Hot Wheels, and I was like looking through that, and I was like, I'm tired of this already. So I was like, I commend you, Hot Wheels and Funko Pop people, because that's a lot of stuff you got to dig through to just find that magic one.
Yeah, for sure. So if there's no more questions, I'm gonna let T-Man go. You guys, it's up to you now. If you want to ask him something, you got your joke questions in now about Funko.
I love Funko Pop. I have a few because people thought it was funny to send me some, but
uh,
like I have Age of Extinction Drift and the Suicide Squad Joker. Now, one I bought on purpose. Oh, here he is.
yeah, someone just said the worst thing about pops is getting them as a gift from people who don't know any
Yeah,
better.
I got Aku here from Crash
Oh
Bandicoot.
God, what is that?
He's from the game Crash Bandicoot. Like, it goes perfect with the NECA Crash Bandicoot. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I gotta get it, but
What what
it's
is it?
so thin.
What does it do?
Like in the game, he's a magic mask, and whenever you get one, it like floats around Crash so to protect him, so you can get hit once without dying.
Okay,
And
okay.
if you get three of them, he turns invincible.
What's your most anticipated release for 2019?
Mm-mm. Right now, it's gonna be the MP44 and Bumblebee to an extent.
No, come on. The new Bumblebee?
Yeah,
You like that over the old Bumblebee?
it's way more cartoon accurate. I'm one of those people that I like cartoon accuracy. Like when I was little and I saw the cartoon first, then I got the toys. I was like, oh, this is a cool toy, but it doesn't look anything like the cartoon at all. And they had no articulation. So I'm like, they even as a kid, like people be always be like, oh, they're for kids and kids don't care about all that. When I was a kid, I wanted articulation, and that's the problem with me now. That's why I'm collecting now, because to have something that can do all this and have ab crunches and diaphragms and all that junk. But when we were little, they would have 5 POA. That used to
Now,
suck.
I'm with you on the animation accurate. That's why I got this guy. I mean, he just
Mm,
really sings G1 to me. But the problem with that new Bumblebee is like the feet and the back, and it's just
yeah,
so you're sacrificing so much to get that accuracy. How far are you willing to go, kind of thing. That's how I feel. But
the feet. My feet. Like some of the pictures I see him in, it doesn't bother me. Like I don't know if you had externs by Toro.
I have Toro. Yeah.
Like and when I picked that up in person, that the way his back looked didn't bother me at all. I was like, this is an awesome figure. So I'm hoping Bumblebee will be like that in person. But my main gripe when I see pictures of it, the way the top of his ankle, his leg comes over the foot, the way that looks, I don't like the way that looks.
All right, let me catch up on questions here. How important is ab crunch to you?
Massively important. It's important.
Is
I
that
like
a deal breaker if they don't have it?
I let Transformers get away with it, but regular humanoid action figures, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah. Uh, do you think the same designers for third-party Transformers actually work for Takara, or are they different people?
Ah, I think they probably moonlight and work for the other companies. To be honest,
I think so too. I think they move around, and wherever the business is, that's where they go.
hmm and they use a different name or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. When are you going to start collecting Hot Toys?
When that person gives me some Hot Toys money,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know if you've seen any of the meetups we've done, but I've gotten to experience Hot Toys in person. And one of my friends, Kevin, has like a huge Hot Toys collection. I went over to his house to film.
What do you mean
Um,
meetups? Oh, you mean like when you go to somebody else's house to see their collection?
um, that and we have like gone to bars, and everybody in the local area who wants to come can come, and we all bring toys and whatnot, and
You
everybody
put that
gets
on
to try out.
YouTube?
I have a few videos.
Oh,
Like I'll mix them in with the toy hunts. So if you want to see that, you have to just type TMan978 and meetup. I usually put meetup in there somewhere in the descriptor.
hey, your camera just went blurry for some reason. There you go.
But so like experiencing, I don't know if you're familiar with Fison or TB League. The
No.
ones they're hot toy scale, but they're ultra realistic. And they have the the latex skin,
Where do you buy them?
and they sell them on Big Bad Toy Store. They sell them everywhere, to be honest. But I think the person who must have a license to it is Big Bad Toy Store, because if I look up TB League, they're the only place that has them at like a reasonable price. They're usually like if Hot Toys are $230, they're usually 170, between 150 and 170. But they're anatomically correct, so a lot of people are weary on it because they don't want to be weird. But I experienced them and Hot Toys, and them they feel like substantial. The joints feel substantial, but then I picked up a Hot Toy. Like the clothing and detail is good, but they feel hollow, like the early 2000s GI Joe figures, or whatever. Like that, like turned me off a little bit. So I'm like, do I really want to pay $200 for something that I'm going to be scared to articulate because their clothes might rip? And then it kind of feels cheap. Not all of them feel cheap, but I don't know.
You just reminded me of something. So one thing that people always say is like it doesn't have like the right. So this TE01, you
Yeah,
can't rotate the thighs. Right? It only rotates at the knee.
yeah.
So people say, "Oh, he doesn't have the right articulation. He's not anatomically correct." But who's to say that robots should be anatomically correct to a human?
I
Right?
guess
I mean,
if he wants to walk accurately.
like they're robots. I mean, they don't necessarily have the same, joints as a human person or a humanoid has.
Yeah, like if the elbow wanted to bend that way, why can't they?
Yeah.
Instead of bending this way, it bent like at a 90-degree angle that way.
I've always
But
found that funny. Like we expect Transformers to have humanoid articulation, but they're not
I
humanoid.
guess
You know,
I I expect them to be able to get into the pose I want. If their lack of articulation stops them from getting into the pose I want, then I'll get pissed.
so do
But
you think the TEO
that
one
figure, when I got to play with him,
you didn't buy it?
mm-mm. One of my friends lent me him, and another one lent me Magic Square. But if it wasn't brought to my attention, I don't think I would have even noticed that it didn't have the thigh swivel because the knee actually helps out. So with him, it's not too bad, but I would prefer thigh swivel.
Yeah. Let me get some of these other questions. So, what is your most anticipated Marvel Legends figure that you don't have?
Hmm. Uh, Jubilee. The X-Men wave that's out right now. I haven't seen it yet, but
Jubilee came
B
out already, right? Didn't it? It was like a classics one.
um they probably had a Toy Biz one, but the, before when I first started collecting, they had a Toys R Us exclusive wave of X-Men, and she was the Build-A-Figure. And for whatever reason, this is when Marvel was kind of beefing with Fox. They pulled that whole excuse me, they pulled that whole wave from the shelves. So all of a sudden they went from the regular $20 that they cost to certain figures like Storm was like close to $100, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing all that just to get Jubilee.
I thought they released like a whole like classic line of X-Men from like the cartoon, or is this like a new Jubilee from like the movie series,
No, she looks like the '90s.
the cartoon?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I think they updated her a little bit, but she mostly looks like the '90s with the yellow raincoat and all that.
right. You collect Legends, right?
Yeah,
Who's your favorite? Your best? Sorry, who's the best third-party Legends company? That's the question.
right now I'm loving the I'm forgetting their freaking names.
Oh, New Age.
New Age.
Yeah, New
I'm
Age is pretty.
I'm loving New Age. Like maybe it's because they are going with the G1 aesthetic, but transforming them and articulating them is a lot more fun than Iron Factory. At first, I liked Iron Factory, but this is way more fun to play with than this one.
God, I never realized how small they were until I see them in your hands right now. My God, they're
Yeah,
so
to
tiny.
be honest with you, these are Legions class, which are smaller than Legends, but people are going to call them Legends because that's popular.
It's just for me, it's just too small. Like I need something that can at least, articulate and move.
I know it has ab crunch and everything.
No, I get that. I mean, it, like there's going to be some panels and stuff that are going to be tough to move. Like you need a tool.
Not these new age ones.
Oh, they're good, easy to do.
These you need a tool
Oh, okay.
because of the way they're made. They're like blocky, and the way the plastic is made. The plastic they use stuff bumps. Now, one of their New Age figures where things do bump into each other is this Cosmos, like his hips, the way that's designed, it's like scratches on his underbelly. But the
The-
other ones have been good.
these figures, these New Age figures, to me, they look exactly like masterpiece figures.
Masterpiece, yes.
They just were like downsized and like the articulation was changed slightly.
Even the vehicle modes, like this is magic. When I transformed this into a car, I couldn't believe it. It did a better job than Downbeat.
Wow, that looks a lot like Downbeat actually.
Yes, but it transforms better than him, and it doesn't have weird robot kibble hanging out from the bottom like Downbeat does.
Yeah, that's definitely like one line I've actually considered starting. Getting into is Legends,
Hmm.
and particularly the New Age, just because of I love the way they look. I'm not a
Yeah,
big fan of the Iron Factory just because they're a little like they're their own thing.
yeah, but a lot of them are IDW inspired, but some of them are their own thing.
I think we're out of questions here, so I'm not. We're going for about an hour here, so I don't want to hold you up too long. So if there's nothing else for T-Man, I want to thank you for joining me. I gave you, I don't know, only a couple days, and you joined in pretty quickly. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you doing that. Hopefully, people know the difference. We're not the same person.
Yeah, there's an AM in between, AM and 978 in between reviews, and the word chill.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. I watch your stuff for sure.
Thank
Now I'm
you.
gonna watch that podcast because I didn't really know about that until recent.
Yeah, I try to tell people.
I've heard of Extra Zero. I didn't know that it was something different than Realm of Collectors.
Yeah, like I met him through the sightings forum. Like we worked around the same area, and he was finding stuff that I didn't see. Like we were always in the same Toys R Us and Target. And I'm like, well, if you see that, could you grab it for me?
Yeah. Is Plastic Addict one of your buddies?
Yeah, he's in the syndicate.
He's joking on you a lot here.
Yeah, that. Thank goodness you're not reading
Yep. I'm at this point. I stopped reading his comments. I'm pretty messed with you. Anyway, so I appreciate you joining me.
No problem.
For everyone else that's watching, thank you for your questions. Thank you for watching. We'll have more of these in the future. Hopefully, trying to get a couple other people on the show. Hopefully, I can talk to you again. Maybe I don't know some other way. Join your podcast, something. But
Yeah,
it was cool talking to you.
no problem. It's nice talking to you. And we're open to guests.
Thanks.
We're
All right,
going to
guys.
be off the air this week, though. For anybody who is looking forward and didn't pay attention, we're taking this week off because of the Endgame movie.
Oh, okay. Are you guys reviewing that or talking about it?
Um, we're talking about it, but we don't know if everybody's going to be able to make it because
I
dates.
can't wait. That movie looks awesome. I can't wait for
Yes,
Endgame. I wasn't a big. What'd you think about Marvel, Captain Marvel?
I liked it. Excuse me, but I felt like I enjoyed it more than Ant-Man. It's somewhere. It felt like one of the.
That's sad when you have to start with. It's better than Ant Man.
Yeah, it feels like one of the first few Marvel movies, like Captain America and Thor. Like they were okay, but they weren't knock your socks off okay.
Yeah.
But my problem, I guess, was due to the fact of just like the Bumblebee movie, she had amnesia, so she wasn't at her full potential, and she wasn't her like full personality or full character because she didn't know who she was. So when they do stuff like that in movies, it takes away because like Bumblebee, I think would have been better if he wasn't a a puppy throughout the whole movie. I mean, I still enjoyed that movie, and I enjoyed them definitely the Decepticons be having personalities and all that junk, and not just being monsters in the background. But it would have been better if they didn't have amnesia.
Yeah, I hear that too. I think it was also just the acting was a little off, or I don't know what it was. Something didn't feel quite right. Like it didn't hit like the other Marvel movies did. You know, it didn't ring true. Like a
Mm.
lot of the other superheroes, yeah, you're like that is the superhero. You know, that actor, like um, what's his name? The guy who plays Iron Man. Forgot his name.
Um,
Robert.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he that like that's him. Like that's the
Yeah,
character. You know, and like Captain Marvel, like it was hard. Like I don't think people connected. Like, oh, is this really the character? And I think what you said is right. It's did it. She didn't really get a chance to even show off because it was like she didn't know who she was.
yeah,
Yeah, but I'm excited for Endgame for sure. That's gonna be a good movie.
yes.
Is this they're ending the series, right? This whole
No,
MCU?
um, it's not ending. It's gonna be. It's supposed to be the end of a chapter or something like that. So I don't even want to speculate because people in the audience might have already seen the bootleg or whatever. And I'm trying to avoid everything. Every notification I get that says anything about what is this going to happen in the future, is that, or that's talking about the movies, I just swipe it away like instantly.
I hear you, man. I heard they actually read a leaked script on SCU, the Shattered Cast Uncut,
Hmm.
and they gave plenty of like spoiler alert. We're gonna read
Oh
the
yeah.
these
Oh,
scripts, and I think it
happy I
was
haven't been watching them.
I think it was real. Honestly, I think they had something like that was somewhat accurate because it didn't sound like it was off. Like it sounded like the way they would write a movie. But who
Yeah,
knows? Who knows?
but they're still going on because that Spider-Man movie is already coming out, and you know they have to do a. They already said they're doing a Black Panther sequel. That made way too much money for them not to do that.
Spider Man's coming out after.
Yeah, during the summer.
Oh, like Spider Man 3, like the continuation of
Um,
3.
it's called what is it? Spider-Man: Far From Home. So it's the sequel to Homecoming.
Oh, okay. All
And
right. Well, we've blabbered on here about movies. But I thank you so much, T Man. Thank
no
you,
problem.
folks that are listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you.